Hey guys, this is Fear here, broadcasting the tournament. We're going to watch the replays of the 5-game series, SFTO versus Dank Force X. A lot of all-star players in the game. Thought we'd open it up, just do a quick intro of the teams and players in this first game, and then get into the action. So, on the top side of the map, we have SFTO. Faith is their first player here in the top middle position. He is a well-known streamer, Space Marine player, very solid member of the community. Excited to see him play. We have Nanox, another 3v3er, specializes in this game, and he also streams. So you can definitely check out these guys' channels when they're streaming. And then the third member is their kind of all-star player, Jin, very popular member of the community, very high-ranked Space Marine player. So we're going to see the triple Space Marine out of these guys. On the bottom side of the map, we're going to have Dank Force X, and this is a superstar team. Expect to see a lot of exciting things out of them. Vindicare X, one of the most highly known members in the community, very active streamer, playing the Eldar. We have DOW, their Space Marine player. He, as well, is a very strong member of the community, top 10 Space Marine player. Expect to see great things out of him. And their final member is Brook, considered by many to be the top orc in the game, both 1v1 and 3v3, so expect to see big things from him as well. So, let's get into the game, guys. So, we have the triple Space Marine top, SFTO, and then the tri-race, bottom, from Dank Force X. Let's see what these openings look like. Very defensive barracks out of the DOW, and a mirror barracks from Faith on the other side. So, not going for the aggressive forward build, rather a defensive barracks. So, maybe some ASM harass coming out, we'll see. No other forward buildings yet. Oh, Brook just dropped his boys' hut, also in defensive, guarding their natural points. So, not too aggressive play. Looks like Jin's dropping a listening post down. He does have that improved listening post doctrine, so he's obviously the listening post guy for the team. This is a good setup in 3v3, having one person building your listening post with that doctrine, so your other guys can dedicate their doctrines to other more important doctrines. We see Vindicare getting a nice webway out here. It's going to have good coverage at the center of the map for rotating and controlling the mid. He's also taking the heavy cover. This is good, and we have DOW has his TAC Marine squad here too as well. SFTO responds to 2 players, bringing their TACs to mid. So it looks like the major battle in the beginning, skirmishing, is going to be in mid. Some nice frag grenades coming out from both sides, getting a lot of knockback. And Jin has came from the top and has found the webway gate with his TAC. Vindicare has responded with another Dire Avenger squad coming in to harass the TACs while they're putting pressure on the webway. Getting this webway down early will be essential to SFTO's game. It'll allow them to establish map control in the mid. Standard dropped already, wow. Very early standard. Really wants the webway, it looks like, but instead they're chasing down the Tactical Marine squad from DOW. That fire on the move from Nanox really paying off, taking that doctrine. Able to kill that retreating Tactical Marine squad. Vindicare is bringing in his Dire Avengers from the heavy cover, rotating him to come deal with this push. Jin has positioned his Tactical Marines in the heavy cover. Have some good fire. Wow. ASM came out from DOW, so he's going to be able to start tying up these Tactical Marine squads so they can't fire. And double drop pods out of SFTO. They are all in on this early push. Have an ASM going towards the stronghold. The Tactical Marine squads are still fighting here against the ASM and Dire Avengers out of Vindicare. Nice frag grenade peels off the ASM off the Tactical Marine squad. But they're going to fall back. The reason they're falling back here, guys, is there's a barracks here that the Dank Force X squad can reinforce that, and Space Marines can't deal with buildings early very well. And Brook has came in with a flank. He's surrounding a bunch of Tactical Marine squads with his boys. This is going to be a costly retreat from SFTO. They pushed a little too deep. Got a little overzealous with their initial push. And now they're suffering the consequences with the ASM and boys running down these Tactical Marine squads. Also, a turret has been put up by Vindicare. We don't see this too often in competitive plays. This is interesting. Actually running the turret doctrine and building one, trying to control this middle ground. Meanwhile, on the rest of the map, we have servitors occupying a heavy cover in the top. The contested point has gone the way of SFTO on top. There's still the Tactical Marine squad in the heavy cover on the Dank Force X squad out of SFTO. But Brook has taken control of a lot of the bottom side of the map. So Dank Force X getting a little bit more of map control, it seems, out of these early skirmishes. Another drop pod comes in with more Tactical Marines, this time out of Jin. And they're able to get a lot of models off of the ASM. They held off the return push out of Dank Force X, so starting to stabilize the game. A ton of listening posts coming out of SFTO. Jeez, look at it. Or, the ASM are going to cancel, I imagine, up here. Is Jin going to respond quick enough? Oh, jeez, he lost most of the requisition from that building. As you know, buildings under construction, when they take damage, you don't get the full refund from it. Listening post from Brook coming out on the bottom. And Dankforce X having the majority of map control. I've taken all 3 of the center contested points. Very good start for Dankforce X. They dealt heavy casualties. Oh, but look at this. Drop pod assault on the back line. That drop pod damage on the stronghold. Double kill team with attack marine squad here. Jeez, the stronghold is already halfway down. Third kill team here. They are going for an early snipe. This annihilation mode offers this unique tactic. This is not in the power crew mode. You wouldn't be able to do this. Wow, they got a stronghold. Jeez, that is a huge lead for SFTO off of the beginning of this game. Looks like Dankforce X were not expecting this in the slightest. They tried to respond with their elites, but it just wasn't quick enough. The rocket launcher damage and drop pod damage too much. Getting a stronghold, that building is extremely valuable. It's 800 rec and I believe 200 power to rebuild it. And at this stage in the game, that is really difficult to come by. And on the chase out, it looks like they killed 2 kill teams, but Jin's kill team, or no, Nanox's rather, kill team is making it off. And they got out with one of their kill teams from that snipe, so well worth it. The elites, they don't cost anything to play. It's just time to respawn. This is the kill teams, the respawn timer is rather low. So Dankforce X, probably angry at losing their stronghold so early, are now pushing up the center, trying to chase down some TAC Marine squads out of Faith. Meanwhile, on bottom, Nanox was able to secure the bottom point from Bruick. Now the TAC Marine squad's mailing a boy squad. He's going to choose to fall back. It's not a very viable trade there. It's not worth it. Meanwhile, Dankforce X is still pushing in the center. It looks like it's just a dock is in now, but there's a listening post, there's tacs, and a sniper. I don't think this push is going to be very successful with the reinforced buildings being here. He managed to withdraw with all his squads intact. He lost a few members, but he'll be able to reinforce that cheaply. Meanwhile, Bruick harassing with the Storm Boys on the bottom lane. Nanox and Jin's tacs have came to save this listening post. Gets a good deal of harass off, but the servitor's still alive. He's going to easily be able to repair that. The Storm Boys, he still has his jump, makes it out without dying. The boy squad, though, getting surrounded. Nanox brought forward his 2 tacs, and I think this boy squad is going to go down in this small skirmish on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, top, it looks like the kill team's kind of pinned down here. Dire Avengers trying to trap it into heavy cover. They can't really engage this. Dire Avengers are doing nothing, minimal damage to heavy cover. So kill team's in a good position to kind of control this top point until some melee units or flamers perhaps come to get rid of these guys. He's going to fall back into the cover. Oh, very nice plasma grenade out of Vindicare. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, it's kind of stabilized. Dankforce X still just holding their ground. Bottom lane, Nanox has taken control of the mid-contested point. Top contested point still in the hands of Dankforce X. Doc is in, keeping an ASM there to guard it as they develop some generators. Mid lane, there's some servitor coming out, scout out. He found the trap that was being set by the kill team, so they know he's sitting in there in the concealment. The kill team's still sitting in the heavy cover, but ASM has came to clear them out. It's a full squad versus only 3 members of the kill team, so he's going to go ahead and recall. Let's see if there's another jump for the Doc is in. He can get rid of, cancel out this recall. Does not look like it. He did have a jump, but he was slow to micro it. Is the kill team going to make it out? Nope, he got the cancel. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Nanox skirmishing with Bruick's Orcs. He has a kill team and 3 tacs. One of them having a flamer. Jin dropped in a scout and got a good knockback along with the banner. He might be able to get this retreating Shooter Boy squad. No, it made it out with just 1 member barely alive. Was able to reinforce that. Storm Boys coming back in, healed up after their initial harass. Drop pod coming in. Oh, nice flashbang. Drop pod lands. They're focusing it. Are they going to be able to get the Storm Boy? This could be really big. Meanwhile, Vindicare's Maka just got deployed. This could be the turnaround they need. The Storm Boys went down, but Maka, being a 3-point elite, is kind of king of the battlefield. Well, queen, rather. But she's taking a lot of focused fire. Her shield's already down. She's going to have to fall back. Got a good knockback on the return spear, though. SFTO is going to decide to turn around, being that there's a reinforced building here along with Maka. A little too strong of a position for them to push at this stage of the game. Meanwhile, mid lane, a lot of skirmishing happening. Death Storm played this early. That's a fast tech. It's only 825. That's a really fast Death Storm. We're going to be able to maybe secure them the middle ground. SFTO with the aggression on max right now. And it looks like 2 of their team members pushing in this middle lane. Primarily Jin's force with a little bit of Faith's as well. Laz on the field as well. They're going to be able to take down this heavy cover along with roasting the units inside from the kill team's flamer. Really solid push coming out right now. Nice micro by Doxin trying to position his tactical marines on the far edge of the heavy cover so that flamer does not deal as much damage. This is the first game of the series, SFTO versus Dank Force X. It's the final game, or final series, that is. The finals of the tournament, so really excited for it. It's best of 5.
Cannon team deployed.
Deathstorm's still here. The timer hasn't timed out, so it's controlling the center of the map. Meanwhile, on the other side, a little bit of probing from scouts by Nanox into the orcs. Knobs are on the field, though. That's a big power spike for Dank Force X. Let's see if they can get anything done with them. Right now, they're just chasing scouts, though. Meanwhile, top lane, the ASM are guarding these generators that Dank Force X has developed, but that's not much. It'll be pretty easy for them to take it out. I think they should scout it. Look, they're sending a servitor now to go scout out that point. If they can see how open that point is, I imagine they'll tear those generators down rather quickly. Orcs are walling up. Are they going to be able to get some momentum off this? Dank Force X has kind of been very passive in this stage of the game, just reacting to the moves of SFTO. Let's see if they can get something off of this wall. I imagine it's going to be pretty big. Meanwhile, Maka and some Dire Avengers are dueling with the masked Marines up top. But that Maka defensive buff, the Dire Avengers are actually not taking much damage. Makes them really strong, but he's going to back up before it fades away. And here comes the Orc Wall. He's got Weird Boy played, so this is a big power spike. Wad up Weird Boy, probably the most scary thing in this phase of the game. Nice scan goes out, make sure there's no stealth. And Big Fist of Gork is wad up, and it's going to one-shot the heavy bolters.
The arsenal is completed.
The Orc's wall running out is going to fall back after that, but he got a free heavy bolter squad, basically. Lost a few models off some of his squads, so definitely worth it. Probably wanted to get more done with that wad, though, but still. A good trade. Meanwhile, mid lane, Vindicare and Doc is in, pushing forward, catching out some Marines. Going to get a Laz Devastator squad. And the TAC Marines, with a few Laz, are going to rotate top. There is a Chaplain out. He's going to go scout out the naked, basically, listening post. Naked resource generator, so no listening post here. So he's going to just start bashing on him. Marines have kind of caught out the Dire Avengers here, but Maka, great nuke plus the buff on his squads. Excellent micro out of Vindicare. He is taking this fight. It's just Dire Avengers, and there is an ASM supporting it, but you would think the Marines would be able to stand up to this, but Maka's buff will prove too strong. But Chaplin's going to turn on this, and that could be a swing in this little skirmish up top. Kill team played. Has the pincer, kind of. Gets a great vortex. There's not really any follow-up DPS to go with it. Rather, they're focusing on that ASM in the back. Librarian comes out as well. He did not get the knockback on Maka, unfortunately, so Maka is statusing the kill team. He puts up a wall, though. Trying to trap Maka in, gonna blind her.
We are battling a weak enemy force.
And does he have any other type of CC to break this? It doesn't look like it, but he's getting some damage, though. Her shield almost being down. The Dire Avengers are wrapping right now. They have no shields, though. This Flamer's gonna do a ton of damage to him. But here comes a Howling Banshee. He's gonna probably tie up that kill team. Gets the silence off. Nice vortex, though. The Plasma Grade, though, knocking down the tax. He's focusing the Banshees rather than Dire Avengers, but Chaplain trying to chase down Maka. She's almost out, and last chance procced. Let's see if he can get a surround or something on her so he can finish her off. The Dire Avenger's getting mowed down. Looks like Maka's going to escape. He lost one Dire Avenger squad. The other two have made it out. Banshees appear to be making it out with the buff on them. Meanwhile, mid lane, Doc Zin's getting some harass with Rocket Launcher kill team. Lascan is trying to push him back.
We have engaged a weak enemy force. Westward.
And he's going to get 2 buildings with that kill team. That is a value Rocket Launcher kill team. He might lose it on the retreat. There's 3 Lascans. They aren't the optimal unit to chase, though, so I think the kill team's going to make it out. Meanwhile, top lane, they do find a warrior portal, trying to nuke it down with that librarian damage, but it teleports away. He did find a webway, though, as well. He's trying to teleport it away. Let's see if he gets it out in time. Jonah charged up on his spellcasting. He has really high attack speed right now, but he was not able to finish that webway. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Nanox is poking out at Druid. Got to cancel on a forward wall banner. Tax trying to fall back. Trying to figure out if they want to engage this. Only one Lascan against that knob. This is probably less than ideal for Nanox. I think he should be getting out of here. Nice axe throw onto the tax squad. Is going to root it there. Responds with a frag grenade. Clips one squad. Fist of Gork coming out. Gets the immobilized and some damage on that lone squad member. And the Storm Boys jump in. This is looking bad for Nanox in bot lane. There is a Lascan squad from Jin helping him and a kill team plate on the back. Kill team, oh, and Knob squad coming down from the top. This is not good for the kill team. Kind of surrounded, but in comes Faith with his army from mid. Going to flank the orc. This could be the turnaround they need to push this orc push back. Nice knob taunt, but gets canceled by another drop hawk. Kill team coming in. Now this is getting ugly for the orc. He does have his knobs, but there's a lot of lads here getting a lot of damage on him. While Banner's procced, he's going to try to get that Wah out, but Dreadnought drop with the Chaplain going to be beaten on it. I think this Wah Banner is going to go down. Big nuke coming out from the Dreadnought. Gets the Wah Banner before it goes off. This is dire news from Bruick. Where's his allies? He needs some help. Meanwhile, Doc Zin getting Landspeeder harassed on top lane, trying to take out the economy, but the Librarian's chasing them down. Push coming in from bots, going deeper and deeper. Out the back of this Dreadnought, there's no AV down here. This Dreadnought is basically god of the battlefield right now. No AV coming out from Dig Squad X. Nice axe on the Chaplain to slow down the chase. Webway came in, he's using Holofield so they can't attack it, but he has vision on it, I guess. The Holofield did not appear to work. Just a Gort coming in on the blob. Gets a nice land on at least one of the squads, down to one member. Could have been better, but nice micro, they were able to dodge most of it. Chaplain's still pushing in aggressively. Finds another Wall Banner, but the knobs seal him off from it. Activates Liturgy, he wants to go to town shielding his army. This Dreadnought still, there's no answer out of Dig Squad X for the Dreadnought. There's no AV on the field. And here comes the Death Ball. The Space Marines bunching up, getting healed by the Chaplain, just pushing, while this Dreadnought, there's still no counter. Perhaps the Doc can bring his land speeders in with Melta. That's the only thing they have on the field. The Maka buff, though, really soaking up the damage, slowing down this Death Ball push. Maybe they'll buy him time to get a counter on the field. Meanwhile, Terminators come in from the behind. They're going to be able to get a lot done. Nice Vortex on him to increase the damage. Dreadnought's getting up there. Does he have a stun to stop this teleport? No, he was able to teleport away. He could reload, start firing again from his new position, but he gets frag grenaded. Nice disruption. Stasis coming out from Maka, though. Makes the Fist of Gorth just only clip a kill team. And SFTO deciding to fall back a little. But a second Dreadnought comes in. Gonna stun up Maka, get rid of the stasis, and this is going to be an extremely good push. Still, first Tank Buster squad out. That's not enough, though, to take out these Dreadnoughts quickly. And the Terminators go down. Deathstorm now coming into play. Can Maka and the Weird Boy hold this back? That's all that's here for Tank Squad X. Weird Boy going down. It's going to be a huge loss. I don't think Dig Force X can deal with this push. The Dreadnought's just no counters out. Second Tank Buster coming out, but it's just not enough fire to take it down. These early Dreadnoughts really getting value, and that's the game. They called it. So SFTO wins game 1. They'll be up 1-0 in the series. Let's load up the second replay. That was pretty exciting. A lot of action across the map. Very, very exciting game. The pressure was just on from SFTO, though. Dig Force X, I think, needs to get a little more aggressive. They're kind of just responding to SFTO's plays, and that triple kill team early just really got a big lead. It's a best of 5 PhD, so we got a 5-game series here. So we're going to load up game 2. Alright, so we're going to play on the new map, Manufacturum. This map was just released recently, just a couple weeks ago. It's a really exciting map. Very narrow pathways, so if the game goes late, artillery does really well on this map, so it should be exciting to see. But SFTO running all early and mid-game elites, while Dig Force X do have a beauty for the late game, but most of the elites are focused on the early to mid-game, so I imagine these games are being closed out pretty early, neither team wanting to turtle. And we have SFTO on the top, and we have Dig Force X on the bottom. And again, triple Space Marine versus the Tri-Race. So this should be exciting. Same setups.
Servitor deployed.
Servitors going out, workers from both teams, capping points. First forward building down. It's rather defensive Boys Hut coming out of Brook. Kind of the same play he did last game, building it on his natural expansion. Didn't quite get the sketchy cap off. Most people in the community are familiar with. There he goes. Repositions his Gretchen to be able to build and cap at the same time. Faith again going with the defensive barracks to get probably Assault Marines out early like he did. Wah Banner going up to concealment. Nice build place. Be able to watch over this cover as well. Vindicare sending Dire Avengers out to harass and scout early. And Doc is in having an early TAC Marine squad come to the contested point. So the first skirmish is going to happen, it looks, over here at the mid-contested point, bottom mid-contested point, and it's TAC versus TAC. Nanok's got a good frag grenade off to start it off. And a drop pod, though, is going to respond, really knock them back into the other TAC Marine squad. It's going to be a lot of model loss, but a return drop pod coming down, as well as a banner. So he's committing to fighting this with his banner and his TAC Marines, but it's 2-on-3, so this is less than ideal. Nice knockback from the banner of the Doc is in. Going to really secure him the opening skirmish here and allow him to control this midpoint. Meanwhile, top lane, the boys and Vindicare's Dire Avengers managed to stop the build on the elite point generator and have moved in towards the barracks of Faith. They're going to get a second LP canceled. This is really good. This aggression is getting a lot of work done. We're going to rebuild the listening post immediately. ASM, though, are out trying to chase down these harassing squads. One's on the Dire Avenger, one's on the boys. Combining onto the same boy squad, trying to not let these guys get away. But Vindicare with his Dire Avengers are going to start doing some damage. One of the ASM's going to split off and go forward. He thought they were going to fall back, I guess. No, he wants to go out and harass. So SFTO pushing back that initial little push, but a lot of damage was done. They got an LP cancel on 2 points and took control of their elite point generator. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Doc is in, is taking control of a national expansion as well. So SFTO really on the back foot from this early aggression out of Dank Force X. SFTO have committed to 3 listening posts early. This is a large acquisition investment. They are all built by Jin, so he's not going to have many troops on the field here early. We do see one tactical Marine squad out of him, but I don't think he has anything else. No, just one. Third listening post being built by the Dank Force X squad, but it's a mixture. 2 from Vindicare and 1 from the Doc is in. Gonna try to get the cancel here from Faith on this listening post, but he is a little indecisive with his assault marines and decides to leave because of the Dire Avenger defending it. Meanwhile, Nanox trying to take control of their natural expansion, but Doxin and Vindicare are going to respond, and Nanox is going to fall back. 3 tacks and a Dire Avenger versus 4 tactical marines. I think Nanox could have stood and fought that, but maybe he doesn't know what else is coming, so decides to make the careful play and fall back. All is quiet now. Everybody's kind of settling into their positions. A lot of LPs went up, so a lot of requisition invested in this early defensive structures. Both teams probably worrying about harass. Dire Avengers are going to get this servitor that was capping this mid-contested point. While Faith is trying to get harass off with his ASM, but little does he know, all these points, they're capped with LPs. Perhaps they'll try to do another drop pod attack with the kill teams on a stronghold. Let's see. Scorpion's already been played by Vindicare, not wanting to allow this.
We've completed a requisition generator.
ASM looking for an opening, something they can harass. This is a huge requisition investment in these early ASM, 500 rec plus 15 power. And they're not finding anything. Thinking about the stronghold, the Scorpions are just trying to wait for a drop pod to get deployed. They really want to bait, I think, SFTO into doing the same play they did last game. Meanwhile, drop pod attack coming on top lane. They're going to take out the forward wall banner. Let's go for it. Druid walls up his other banner in response. It looks like the forward banner is going to go down.
Scouts readying for drop.
And they'll fall back after that. They got what they wanted, and they're kind of worried about this other wall going off right now. More passive now after that early aggression. Everybody's settling in, but Nanox is going to probe this mid-contested point. There are a lot of forces here waiting for him, and he decides to turn around. And here comes a push, it looks like, out of Vindicare, and the Doc is in. Dank Force X getting aggressive. Want to establish some pressure. A little indecisive. They decide they don't want to go uphill. This is a strong position. I don't think they have scouted out this reinforced building yet either, but they see that, they'll probably be skeptical. But 2 heavy bolters coming out of Doc is in. This is going to be a lot of firepower. They're going to catch out some TAC Marines, get some damage on them, at least some models.
And the Emperor's will made manifest. Drop pod deployed.
Oh, nice plasma grenade from Vindicare, catching out the heavy bolter, getting a model off of it. And the banner goes down. They're going to push in with the chaplain. They save for the chaplain. And that heavy bolter squad's going to go down. And Doxin has fire on the move so he can chase.
We have made contact with the enemy.
That's 2 squads for free. Meanwhile, top lane, Brooke skirmishing with Jin and Faith.
For deployment. We've completed an elite point generator.
He's starting to fall back now that his wall is faded. I think the Doxin is going to be able to finish off this forward build by Nanox along with Vindicare's Dire Avengers. Nanox in a bad position on this flank. FTO just losing map control early. Look at the map. All red, all red. Your boy coming forward. Nice scrap blast. Almost deleted the scout squad, not even walled up. SFTO rotating to help Nanox's side out. He's been having some trouble over here versus the Doxin and Vindicare. And the Chaplain, though, kind of king of the battlefield right now. SFTO invested their elite points in their early kill teams, so there's no response to this Chaplain yet, really. He is going to take a lot of damage here, being isolated from his force. He's going to have to withdraw. Nice frag grenade. Do they have anything else to follow it up with? No other CC to catch him out. Second frag grenade off the mark. Well, top lane, Orc squad up again. Brooke's going to push in. Squad up Orcs. They're able to take out structures rather quickly with that 50% damage increase. Focusing the listening post first. There is a banner coming down to try to knock back these guys and slow down the push while the response comes out. Lots of sluck, they're going to lose the listening post. Got the listening post, focusing on the generators now, going to do some economic damage. Here comes the responding force, though. They have caught out the boys, the Sluggas. And gets both Sluggas squads, but at a listening post and 2 generator cost. Probably worth it for the Orcs. Almost got the Chapel down, but decides to withdraw, his wall fading, not wanting to face this combined army here from SFTO. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Nanox is going to probe. There is a pretty strong force here from the Doxin. He's got 2 heavy bolters, 2 TAC Marine squads. 1 TAC is on the high ground to get vision. This nice Gretchen out of Brooke, just watching over this position of SFTO the whole time. This should be scouted with the Servitor, ideally.
This must be captured.
Doxin just fortifying his position. He's taking the natural expansion from SFTO, and map control just going totally Dangforce X's way. It's going to be a rough game for SFTO to come back from. They have this large economic disadvantage. With, what, 8 points going the way of Dangforce X and only 4, so double the points. As SFTO. They are going to respond with a little push mid from Faith. 4 tactical Marine squads, followed backed up by Jin's snipers and devastators. But the Orc is walling up and going to flank. This might not be good for SFTO.
Your scouts are ready to drop.
And they decide to pull back. They almost got pincered by Vindicare and Brooke.
Orbital drop underway.
Mr. Gort coming out, he's going to be able to land it. Faith tried to juke it and he succeeded, but Scrap Blast just deleted some Marines. And they're going to turn and fight this. The wall probably fading soon. I think they can get on this. Vindicare comes in though from the side. Double kill team deployed, but instantly a Scorpion goes to CC1. Meanwhile, on the front side of the fight, the Orcs melee units are getting shot down, focused by the fire. Librarian traps in Brooks Orcs. Oh, big combo from Jonah, the Librarian. Brooke going to take heavy casualties. The refund, though, he'll be able to replace those pretty quickly, as it's only escalation phase 2 right now.
Las Cannon team en route. Preparing Servitor for deployment.
And they're going to take down this middle point. This is nice. SFTO starting to get some map control back. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Nanox pushed out, trying to secure their natural expansion. The Chaplain's really beating him back, along with the kill team just deployed. And Nanox opting to retreat, but a very nice vortex coming out from the Doxin. And they finish off the Flamer squad. Meanwhile, SFTO pushing in the bottom lane, continuing this aggression, but it looks like the Weird Boy just got a big combo off and deleted a lot of Jin's army. Base even got clipped. That was big blow to this push, but they're going to keep it going. They don't want to give up. Nanox having trouble with his chaplain, though. Your boy's still up. Deathstorm is played on the Orc build. This could be big. Might be able to wipe out Brooks' expansion. Your boy getting dangerously low. Is he going to be able to finish him off? No. Yep, he got him. That's big. Librarian going to town with his nuke. Well, Nanox, he's having difficulty on this side. Some Las Cannons being played, and now a Deathstorm on the Lads. Maybe they'll be able to take it down. They're getting healed either from, is it the Chaplain? Chaplain healing them. Yeah, the Las Cannons took down the Deathstorm. That's a huge blow, but the Terminators are played. This might be the turnaround Nanox needs on this side. Meanwhile, the push still going, but kind of slowing down. Slowly, the Marines are losing forces. They did take out the Orc build, though, so that's a big blow to Dank Force X. Still going. Nanox has succeeded in pushing back Dank Force X on the bottom lane. Oh, they might have gone too deep. Vindicator's wrapping on the Marine Force. Gets the silence off on the Chaplain, silence off on the kill team, and tying them up. Oh, a new elite being played. Is Maka coming on the field? No, it's Kyre. Kyre has been played. Oh, the fun stops here for the Space Marines. Yeah, they pushed in a little too deep. They're going to lose it all. While Nanox trying to get some pressure on the bottom lane with his Terminators. An ASM coming in. Gets the knockback. And, wow, those Terminators getting tied up. They're going to teleport back. Doxin chooses to keep going. He's going to jump the Marines again onto the assault or the regular Terminators and tie them up. They've now basically become useless due to this ASM and Chaplain tying them up. Nice frag grenade peel. Build team's coming up. Vortex, really nice Vortex. Chaplain just going to town on these Terminators. And he has another teleport. So he's going to be able to turn and fire now. Heavy Bolter coming out. But Vindicator coming forward with Kyre and his infantry force, as well as the Scorpions. There's just too much melee. They're going to be able to tie up these Terminators. Silences go off. Kyre throwing out the winds. This push looks too strong for Nanox to hold. His team's going to need to respond to this, but Gruitt putting so much pressure on the top lane has pushed in deep as well with his wall. SFTO on full retreat. Teleport back to the Terminators again, but Kyre just soaking fire. So tanky at 5 points. Stronghold down. Dank Force X might be able to close the game out here. This push is really strong. Terminators are just locked in melee. Gruitt did get beaten back, or perhaps withdrew after his wall faded. So that's one good sign for SFTO, but the Terminators are about to go down. They really need to peel for these Terminators, get them out. Here comes a teleport, and a Dreadnought coming down, I believe. Yep. So perhaps a little bit of an extension, overextended that is, out of Dank Force X, all their elites out here. But they look like they're going to get the Terminators. The Terminators are down. Kyre throwing out the winds, trying to run away, it looks like. Scorpion's still back here. Chaplain's going to go down. But Dedox is in. Devastator squad is doing a lot of damage to Stronghold. Are they going to get a second Stronghold here? Looks like it. Got the second Stronghold down. Extremely good push coming out of Dank Force X. But Brooks back, pushing again into the top. Waz faded off of it, though. There are a lot of Las Cannons here. Not ideal for anti-infantry, but they still do quite a bit of damage when they're charged up. Winds coming out from Kyre, getting on those Devastators. A lot of pressure from Brooke here, but the Dreadnought coming in. There's no counter here from the Dreadnought, so I think he's going to be able to push back this. Let's see. Brooke trying to get more structural damage done. Nice drop pod from the kill team. a rather large SFTO force here. They're definitely going to beat back Brook. How much can they kill with it, though? Oh, Can's hitting the field from Brook. It's going to be really tough. Be able to snipe from long range at these structures. Pyre's still doing work, but he's finally going to decide to retreat as his shield is almost down.
A servitor is en route.
Other portion of the map has gotten all calm.
Servitor deployed.
Pyre's still hanging around here. His shield's almost faded. A lot of focused fire going on him. He can throw out the winds, and looks like he's indecisive of where he wants to go. He's gonna throw out some more winds. Really wants to get those devastators. To go aerial and suck in those devastators into the Orc and Dire Venture's arms. Trying to cake out some of these squads. He's getting low. Looks like he's gonna get out though. And Kyra escapes. SFTO pushing out, but there's quite a force here. I don't know if they can go very far. They're getting the Weird Boy. They got him. That's a big swing. Gabriel has hit the field. Trying to throw out the stuns. They do have a Death Storm supporting them. I think they're going to be able to push in pretty deep. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, though, Doc is starting to go to town on the economy of SFTO, what little there remains of their economy.
A new drop pod bay is online. We have lost a listening post in the region.
They hold this push. They have to turn and respond to Doc Zin's push. He's taking out their economy. And SFTO, they're just being suffocated. Map is closed off to them. It's all red. All Jank Force X territory. SFTO does have a large force, but very little structures. Just one stronghold, a few unit producers.
Our listening post is destroyed.
Yeah, it's going to become a war of attrition. I think Jank Force X is just going to grind down this army and be able to take them out. We'll see. Maybe SFTO has a trick up their sleeve to come back into this game. A little bit of sniping from the tank busters, Squigs and their rockets. Doc is in, starting to get turned on by SFTO's army. Like bringing out, putting the wall down. Doc's in having a ton of Devastators though in play, along with his kill team. While Brook getting a forward wall banner down. Kill team moves up to deal with the Devastators. It's a good vortex. And squeezing in SFTO slowly, taking more and more of their territory. Looks like Faith is thinking about pushing out. Just Devastator versus Devastator action pretty much here. The kill team here and there. SFTO just trying to hold them back. They need to reclaim some territory though to get back in this game. They can't just sit here. Brook walling up. This could be it. This could be the big push to end the game. They're occupied with the Doc is in right now. There was a Death Storm played up down bottom. And Brook's coming in with a wall. Let's see. Is this going to be the push to end it? Kyre's here with him. Scorpions. Dreadnought getting stunned up by the scrapped up boys. Squigs going to town on the Dreadnought along with the tank buster fire and rocket launchers from the cans. Fort Melee Force taking a lot of casualties. They might have to draw here. Dreadnought being played. Oh, Kyra gets a nice grab. Fort's going to turn and try to take out some of that. One Dreadnought goes down. Oh, I don't know if SFTO are going to be able to take this. The Orcs doing a lot of different Wraith Blades coming in to clean it up. Oh, jeez. I don't think they're expecting this yet. The other side of the map, it appears that Doc is in has been pushed back, and the rest of the SFTO force are trying to turn. Large combat going on here, but it looks like SFTO are getting beat. Faith does have a firing line back here and some Terminators. More Devastators are moving in, but Doc is in is hitting the other side. Wraith Blades fall back a bit. Kai or two. Orc Fire though. Pushing back. I don't think SFTO are going to be able to break free of this chokehold Jank Force X has on them. Wraith Blades moving forward. They can't really get in on a target. I think they need to charge in, but it must be on cooldown. Now the charge is up. He's just waiting for it. Kyra gets another grab on some Devastators, brings it into the arms of the Wraith Blades, take it down. Other side, Dakazin's trying to push him with a few squads, but Gabriel's there to stop him. Second Terminator squad played. A lot of fire on Kyra. Is he going to be able to get out of this? Throws the winds on the Devastators. Nice wall out of Jonah, blocking the fire from the Orcs. But Kyra getting double wins on the Devastators, getting a lot of models. Kyra's falling back, his shield's down. Terminators teleport aggressively. Orcs are back in the fight. No wall, though. Mass recall out of the Eldar. I don't know what Vindicator's doing with that. Oh, wow. Tank Busters put a lot of fire onto the Terminators. They might go down. Jin needs to consider getting them out of the fight. Another Dreadnought coming in. Oh, Whirlwind's bombarding now from Day Force X. Dreadnought comes in trying to turn this fight around, but it's not looking good, and they call it. STFTO is down in Game 2, so ties up the series 1-1. Day Force X and SFTO. Oh, we'll go into Game 3, guys. That was a pretty aggressive game. Day Force X putting the pressure on early and just taking that map control and choking out SFTO. They just never could really... They had one good push, but then overextended and got wiped on Vindicator's rotation. Yeah, it looked pretty bleak there for SFTO. They made some good plays. That one push was really nice. If they hadn't overextended and transitioned it into control of territory, they might have been able to take back that game. Let's go into Game 3, guys. Now, it was pretty exciting. Good first two games. Tied up series. And it looks like still just early and mid-game elites coming out from SFTO. Dank Force X do have some late-game elites with those 9-pointers, Beauty, and Wraith Knight. So if it goes late... Oh, and Solaria. So they have extremely strong late game. So SFTO really need to close this game out before these late-game elites can be played. I think that's going to be the strategy from SFTO. Let's see if they got something new this game. So on the bottom side of the map, we have the triple Space Marine out of SFTO. Top side of the map, we have the Tri-Race from Dank Force X.
Servitor deployed.
Initial workers going out to claim the territory, as usual. And again, Faith building a defensive barracks. He's not even on a point, though. He's not doing the famous sketchy cap. And I imagine Brewer's going to do the same thing as last game, too, and build a defensive boys hut. That seems to be his strategy. Yes, boys hut. Nice little location here, being able to watch over a lot of the access points. Mortis Vale, one of the largest maps in the game, so we might be able to see a lot of interesting harass and backdooring going on in this game. Let's see if the teams pull out these strategies. Look how spread out the points are. Just ideal for like ASM, drop pods, teleporting webways. You can make a lot of fancy plays on this map. Really nice wall banner positioning out of Bruick on the high ground here. A lot of control. So initial skirmish, Tac Marine Squad meets Dire Avenger. Frag grenade goes out, plasma grenade goes out. Both of them excellent, hitting every member of the squad.
Canceling deployment. We must attack this position.
But Brewer's Works coming up. Neox trying to decide to turn back a bit. Building a forward barracks on their natural expansion, their furthest expansion. While Listening Post trying to go up on bottom lane on their elite point generator, but Doc is in, pressuring with 2 early tactical marines. Probably going to get canceled here. He gets some damage.
Servitor down. Ally, we have captured a resource point.
And early skirmishing looks to be going in the favor of Day Force X, getting that Listening Post cancel and half damage on it. It's 150 wreck loss. While Brooks Works pushing in to... Oh, they turn when they see the building. Faith does have some ASM out to maybe get some harass going. There is a Listening Post being constructed on the natural triple. They're going to go try to get the cancel on the elite point generator here. They get it. Can they get the elite point generator? They need to stop this construction, kill it, or get a cancel. They're trying to decide if they want to commit, and they decide to commit. Triple tack and an ASM. They get the elite point generator now. That's good. It'll slow down Dank Force X, especially since they've stopped the elite point generator on the other side of the map. Oh, they're going to commit onto this wall banner, trying to get it down with the ASM while it's walling up. They drop another ASM. They need to attack it. Oh, the block gets off. This is horrible. They still get the banner down, though, so that's good. And opting to retreat after they get down, as the wall did go off. But still nice getting the banner down. But Attack Marine Squad from Jin getting surrounded here. They do not have frag grenades, not able to peel these orcs off. Nanox tries to bring his attacks around, but might just... Probably best just to leave them. Let them be. Yeah, these Attack Marines being surrounded again and stunned up. Nanox losing some forces on the retreat out. The wall still going on the orcs. They got that 50% damage buff, just doing so much damage. And, oh, it's a Flamer Marine, too. He let the upgrade finish. He's going to lose his initial Flamer. That's a huge loss. Huge power investment. Meanwhile, Doc is in doing a huge wraparound on the back triple. No listening post up yet here. This is going to be successful. Focus fire going on to the servitor. He gets back, but the generator cancel and a generator kill. This is going to set the economy behind for SFTO. Very nice wraparound. And with tactical Marine squads, of all things, such a slow unit. Meanwhile, the ASM harass on the back line getting responded to by both Vindicare and Baruch's orcs.
Tactical squad en route.
Oh, wow. So Miss Micro here, he's going to lose his ASM squad. They walk back into the fight. That's a heavy loss. Very expensive unit. Refund will help a little bit, though, in Escalation 1. Still, the elite point generator not secured by SFTO. Dayforce X getting control of theirs. Another wall from the orc to respond to this push. Going on the banner. Are they going to be able to get it? They got it. They canceled the banner before the wall got off. Killed it, rather. Triple kill team coming out. Lots of great vortexes. There's a lot of forces here. Baruch's orcs have amassed a huge army. The Scorpions are in play, trying to tie up the range on the back line. Vindicare's Dire Avengers coming in as well. Might be a little too much of a committal. Overextension. Oh, they're getting dropped on from behind by the Doc is in. This is bad for SFTO. A little bit too far extended. Great vortex coming out from the Doc is in, as long as with a suicide bomber from the Storm Boys, and SFTO are going to have to get back, but they have suffered a lot of casualties. They're probably going to lose a kill team. Kill team down. And they're going to push in on this forward build. SFTO taking so many losses, I don't know if they're going to be able to hold this. Look at this, Dayforce X has control of the triple. Push coming in. I don't know if they're going to beat this off. They can reinforce here, so perhaps they can hold back Dayforce X. They do have 3 structures built. Dire Avenger's about to take a lot of damage from this Flamer Vortex combo. One squad already down. Second one going down. Got both of them. Another tack just built. It looks like this forward barracks is going to at least go down. I don't know how much further they can go with this push, though. Dayforce X fighting into this reinforcing of SFTO. They definitely get that barracks, get a nice vortex to kind of secure the retreat, and I believe they'll fall back here. No, they're going to keep going. They're building a wall banner. Very interesting combat here. They're posting up. They want to take out all these buildings. Can SFTO hold? Meanwhile, Scorpion's getting some harass on the bottom lane. Jin responding with some flamers. They still have not taken control of their elite point generators, so map control going the way of Dayforce X. Alright, next wad's going up. They're going to try to take out this chapel next. SFTO backing up, not knowing if they want to fight into this wall.
A drop pod is available.
I think they're just going to give up their chapel. Other side of the map, Scorpion's falling back from their harass to heal. Still the elite point generator in the hands of Dayforce X. Take out the chapel, and they're continuing forward. Wad up orcs, take out structures rather quickly with that 50% buff. Nice stun onto the tack. Nuke. They weren't able to finish it, though. They decided to fall back. Banner being played scared them off. Like the Doc is in, getting ready to push in the bottom lane. Has quite the force massed up here. Just listening posts waiting for him. See what he does here. He's going to go on the double point. There's a listening post, but he has 4 squads. Shouldn't be a problem to take it down. Is there any response from SFTO? Not yet. Yeah, the focus fire's going to take down that listening post. I think they're going to take out these 2 generators and get some more economic damage. 2 flamers coming for the wraparound, though. Drop pod played. Flamers coming in. Oh, the model got killed that activated the flamer. Oh my gosh, that could have been huge, but did not work out as planned as the model died. Scorpion's coming in. He lost that flamer squad. ASM tying up the kill team. Not looking good for SFTO on this flank. map's just getting closing out off to SFTO. Same thing as last game. They force X with the early pressure, getting map control, and just slowly taking points one at a time. Lose the second Flamer squad. What a loss. Jeez, that is really going to hurt SFTO. It's a big investment in resources, upgrading 2 Tactical Marines as Flamers. Mel Brooks wad up and pushing in as well. He finds a barracks.
Tactical Marine squad deployed.
And a chapel. He's interested in the resources. He's going after the listening post. His boy squad's wanting the heavy cover, trying to take control of that. They turn on face Tac Marines. Really nice stick bomb. And a second one, just totally nailing the squads, every member. Listening post is down. Stormboy's getting low though, and drop pod in response. So the 2 kill teams also coming to respawn. The horse probably need to consider getting out of here. Are there some vortex grenades to cut off the retreat? I haven't seen any go out yet. Where's the vortexes? Suicide bomber going out, stunning up Nanox's Marines. And they did beat off the attack, but oh, Vindicare came from the other side to get the generators down. Economic damage done. While Dakazin is going in on the other side with his Marines again. The economy as FTO is just being shattered. Tank Force X getting a sizable lead.
Deathstorm turret ready to deploy.
Vindicare takes the heavy cover. There are kill teams with Flamers though. But with that Reaper in there, I think the SFTO are going to fall back. Dakazin going in on the back point. But a lot of drop pod response. Oh, Dakazin played his chaplain though. This might be the force he needs to be able to take this point out again. Committing the banner. The Nanox wraps around from behind. Chaplain's turning to respond. SFTO playing their own chaplain. This might get bad for Dakazin. He might lose his force here. A little too far extended out. Another chaplain played from SFTO. Liturgy going up. Banner played from Nanox. Dakazin choosing to start to withdraw now. His chaplain kind of staying back to soak fire. Managed to get his kill team out and his ASM. The rest looks like he's going to die. But meanwhile, Brook pushing in on structures. Getting on the mech bay. That's going to be a big kill if he gets it. A lot of resources invested in that mech bay, and it'll slow down the vehicles coming out from SFTO.
A weak enemy force has engaged us. Southward.
Deathstorm response. He gets the mech bay though, and the chapel. Mission to Gork coming out on the Deathstorm. Does a lot of damage. Yep. Might be able to get it down. No. Oh, teleported webway in. Vindicare's rotating. Focuses down the Deathstorm with the Scorpions. But they're still going to withdraw. Luda, though, getting positioned. This is going to get a lot of fire on these Tac Marines. Nice blind grenade from the Scout, though. And he's going to tie it up with melee. But SFTO, the map, just closing off from him, is kind of mirroring the second game. Not able to deal with the early aggression. Has lost map control, has lost most of their naturals, and getting suffocated. But they have a trick up their sleeve to get themselves back in this game. While going up to the orcs, mainly defensive. He just wants to shield the damage off it, I think. He knows this thing is probably going to die. Maybe he can get a wall off from it before it does. Wow, heavy committal of drop pods. Yeah, SFTO wants to push out. This is what they need to do. They need to reclaim some territory. So, triple armies going forward, but the Doc is in his position to hit the other flank. SFTO pushing out. Are they going to be able to get some territory back? They do take out a Tank Buster squad. Got the Flamer on the Luda. Interrupts the Flamer with a stick bomb. Suicide Bomber comes out. Really nice. Oh, into the fist. Oh, geez. SFTO's force just deleted. It looks like this push has been unsuccessful. Nanox rotates to try to deal with Zadok is in. They had to leave the chaplain behind. Jeez, SFTO just losing so much from that engagement. They don't have the economy to rebuild these troops. Nanox trying to wrap on the Dakazin's force. Chaplain comes in, gets vortexed. They did get the listening post, but I don't think they'll be able to get the generators here from Doc. He's going to try to get a teleport out, but a grenade goes out. Oh, nice. Gets the kill team. So it looks like the Doc is going to lose his force down here at least. That will help SFTO, but territory-wise, SFTO just choked out. They don't have the economy to replace these troops they're losing. That combination, Suicide Bomber and the Fish, just took out like 3 squads.
Tactical Marine squad deployed.
Kill team awaits invitation.
SFTO is pushing out to reclaim their double points, so that'll be nice. It'll help them try to get back into this game. They really need some economy. As you can see on the mini-map, all red, this is Dangforce X. Just controlling the map. What they have a tactical marine squad in the high grass that SFTO did not notice retreated into there. This is nice. They can use this to do a drop pod attack or a webway teleport attack. So really nice information coming from this tactical marine. Was able to retreat in the high grass. SFTO not scouting it out.
Machine calls completed.
Stormboy's going to the heavy cover, trying to kick this tactical marine squad out. Drop pod though in response. Nails it. It's a kill team though. Vortex grenade, suicide bomber. And the Stormboys need to jump out. Their jump's down though. I think the Stormboys are going to go down. That's a little glimmer of hope for SFTO. Meanwhile, Nanix tried to push up mid, but Bruick's Orcs were there waiting. Gonna take heavy casualties. Heavy casualties. Oh, the scrap blast. Not enough to take down the elites though, but he did get 2 tactical marine squads. And Dangforce X willing to just constrict, not really pushing in yet, just waiting, biding their time, letting their larger economy kick in. The Doc is harassing bottom though. Actually, it's Vindicare with the Scorpions and the Dire Avengers. That's a tactical marine squad still in the high grass, just providing information, letting them know there's no forces here to defend. They get some harass off. Are SFTO able to get some CC out to catch this harassing force? Doesn't look like it. It looks like Vindicare's going to escape without losing a single squad. He's got some heavy bolters covering his retreat. There are servitors to tie up the squads. Meanwhile, top Wraithblades coming in from Vindicare to harass the stronghold. These things are going to take it down in seconds. Wow, they did not see this coming. SFTO's slow marine force not able to respond from this multiple point harassment. They cannot react quickly. They're just running around blobbed up, and the slow movement speed really hurting. Wraithblades getting a mech bay and a stronghold. They're trying to figure out what they want to do next. Looks like they're going to go for more. They're going on the chapel. Get the chapel. Going on the Lazdevs. Meanwhile, Brook pushes in with his wad up orcs, but they meet the blob. There is a drop pod dreadnought from the Doc is in though. Wow, nice Death Storm played by SFTO. Going to clean up a lot of the orc squads. But that wall damage is allowing them to take it down. But the banner plate gives a shield to the Death Storm. It's getting more time. He's going to be able to finish off this orc squads. But a big track coming in. Oh, takes down the Death Storm. Meanwhile, Wraithblades, one of the squads, about to go down. Done a ton of structural damage, though. We're going to try to get that one out, but the Chaplain's chasing it with the Lazdev focusing it. It's going down. Big track starting to do some damage there. It's a little bit forward, though. They might be able to catch it out. They got a rocket launcher firing on it. Terminators are played, trying to deal with these Wraithblades, but they're in melee range. Wraithblades all over the Terminators, but looks like they get a peel from the Chaplain. Terminators make it out, but they're shot to pieces. Orcs running into the Devastators, probably going to lose these boy squads. Another Death Storm played on the Orcs. Big track, focusing fire on that Death Storm. And again, the Death Storm is going to be taken down before it's finished wiping out the troops of the Orc. Chaplain pushes forward. Meanwhile, the Wraithblades have been beaten back, but they've gotten a ton of damage on the structures. Oh my gosh, look at all these structures gone. The Doc is in must have pushed in as well, we didn't see. So it's just one stronghold, 2 strongholds left, 3. Okay, they're rebuilding. So they'll all 3 have their strongholds when they're rebuilt. And they have some unit production buildings. So they aren't out of this yet, SFTO. Barely holding on. They need to regain some territory, though. Look at this Dreadnought hiding in the high grass. The Doc is in, really taking advantage of this high grass. Oh, he comes out on the devs. Huge stun coming out on the heavy bolters. Instantly killed one squad. About to take out the rest. Very nice play from the Doc is in. Banner comes out, and the Dreadnought chooses to walk away. He got a lot of kills for free. He's just going to take his gains and walk away. Meanwhile, Wraithblade's looking for an opening to get some more structural damage, but SFTO does have some forces there. Another Terminator's coming out, Jins. They're really forward deployed, though. The Dreadnought getting right up on them. Another Dreadnought drop from the dock is in. Little Typhoon launch, doesn't really get anything done. He really needs to teleport these guys out, but it's on cooldown for another 9 seconds. He might lose his Terminators here. The Orbital Bombardment taking out the Dreadnought, though. The mini orbitals from the Banner, that is. SFTO just hanging on for dear life. They're able to take out the Dreadnoughts, so that helps. Trying to push back the teleported forward buildings of Vindicare. Showing some life here. But the Eldar harassing with a Dire Avenger. And they get to the big track. That'd be a big kill if they get that big track down. Just get rid of the artillery. SFTO pushing out as a blob. Maybe they can deathball this out. Maybe they can get a big push. They're getting on one of the big tracks. It's down. Oh, shield. Down. There's the second one. Can they catch up to it? Orc just losing a ton of forces here on the withdraw. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's a heavy bolter harassing the triple, keeping it down. Gabriel gets a stun out. Last Devastator's focusing. Both big trucks down. Storm Boy's down. The Death Ball pushed forward. There's a Wraith Knight, though. He's trying to get the combo, but they're spreading. He's trying to get the combo. He's late on it. Vindicare late on the combo. Does take out one Devastator squad, but he could have gotten the jackpot. Oh, the leap out. Is he going to make it? Oh, the Wraith Knight is out with just barely any health. Man, it's a good play by Vindicare there. Kind of messed up his combo and didn't get as many kills as he would like. Maybe he got stunned off and I didn't see it. But he manages to get the Wraith Knight out, so that's a big victory. Oh, meanwhile, teleported Warrior Portal, bringing in the Wraith Blades and the Breer. So here it goes. The Wraith Blades coming in the rear. How much damage are they going to get done this time? This is like the second or third attack by Vindicare using this tactic. And SFTO just having no units here. Immediately going for the Chapel and the Arsenal. Gets the Chapel down, gets the Arsenal. They're moving to the Stronghold. Drop pod coming in. It's a Death Storm, though. That doesn't really do much to Wraith Blades. They could just take it down in a matter of probably one hit. Yeah, Death Storm down. The response is coming in. Devastators recalled back. Meanwhile, 2 armies recalled, so just Face Army is out here, extended out, trying to regain territory. But look at the structural damage done by 2 Arsenals down, a Chapel, and a Stronghold. Wow, Wraithblade's value right there. And it looks like he lost one of the squads, and the other 2 are going to make it out. Meanwhile, Faith is trying to retreat. The Orc's coming in wad, running him down, losing most of his army. He probably should have recalled his army as well and not been out there alone. This might be the final push. In comes the Orcs, still wadded up, trying to get the last remaining structures. Look at the Stronghold's almost down. Jin's Stronghold about to go down. Big Track's kind of idle in the back, though, with the tank busters. Oh, they're putting some fire on a Chapel in this back row. Meanwhile, the Orcs infantry pushing into the last remaining structures. On the other side of the field, the Death Blob of Devastators trying to push back the Eldar. He's going to teleport out. And the Orcs infantry looking to be starting to be beaten back. They did get some structural damage done, though. Terminator trying to heal up on a dead Stronghold. Needs to move this to a different building. The Las Cannon Blob up here dealing with some Ludas. Nanox's Blob trying to deal with Vindicare's infantry. Doing a lot of damage. If he's able to catch out these Wraith Guard, that would be big. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Orc is pushing in. He's gotten almost all the buildings. There's only 2 structures left, 2 chapels. I think this is it. Oh, no, there's an Arsenal tucked away in the corner. Can they finish off this game? The Orc pushing in. He's got his big tracks up. He's got his infantry, his Weird Boy. I think Brook is going to try to close this game out. Firing at the last chapel. It's down, so there's just an Arsenal remaining. Oh, and here comes the Wraiths. Both the Blades and the Knight coming in to try to seal the victory. Maybe Vindicare will show us a big combo here. Is he going to be able to finish off the rest of these guys? He's just marching forward, though. Orcs coming in from the other side. Drop pod plate on the Wraith Guard. Wraith Knight jumps back. Typhoon launch comes out. Wraith Knight just pushing forward, looking for structures, I think. Whirlwind coming in from Doc is in, and this is it, guys. Once they find this last arsenal, I think the game is closed out. Game 3. So this will put Dank Force X up 2-1. So after their initial loss, I think they figured out a strategy to deal with SFTOs. They've been doing this early aggression map control, and SFTO have not been able to respond to it. They show some life. They get a couple good pushes, but they usually overextend and get taken out. So let's see in the 4th game if SFTO can bring it back. Alright, game 4. Dank Force X versus SFTO. And running pretty much the same thing. The Dank Force X are again going to go with their late game elites to try to secure the late game for themselves. SFTO running early and mid game elites. So SFTO really need to develop an advantage off of these earlier elites to be able to secure a victory. Noticeable change, Jin is running Scout Strike, so he might be massing scouts, guys. So we have on the bottom side of the map, Dank Force X with their Tri-Race versus the triple Space Marines out of SFTO top. Solarian's Gate, nice map. In typical 3v3 quick batch, you'll see usually a 2v2 happen top and a 1v1 bottom. We'll find out what happens though. These guys, maybe they have some interesting strategies to show us.
Ally, we have captured a point.
So a lot of servitors coming out and initial attack up mid. So this is interesting. Usually the forces go to the 2 side lanes as there's not much resources in the middle ground. So interesting plan coming out from SFTO. The response is going to be Bruick's Boys Hut's going to go up top. This is pretty standard on this map. And Face Barracks is going to go up on top also. So Dank Force X building a little more aggressively than SFTO. So again, Dank Force X trying to take that early map control. SFTO is going really far out with these tacks. This is probably a mistake. Yep, Doc's in tacks are waiting with fire on the move. They're going to be able to get some models off of this. This was a really big overextension by Nanox from SFTO. He's going to bring his second tack up, but there's not much you can do. There's 2 tacks. Oh, nice frag. Gets a little bit of a peel off. He's losing models on this retreat. You don't want to run out there with a lone squad, otherwise fire on the move could catch you out. Jin is bringing the scout squad, gets the scout strike off. Blind going out, stuns up one of the attack marine squads. Drop pod coming in. Wow, all in push it looks like. A lot of aggression, but there's a reinforced building almost done here. A lot of banners being committed. And I think Dank Force X need to consider withdrawing from this engagement. A 3rd banner being committed. Jeez. Meanwhile, top lane, Bruick getting an early forward base up is probing with his orcs, but encounters a reinforced building and listening post of SFTO is going to be beaten back. The mid-skirmish, though, they're trading fire. Looks like Nanox trying to stay in range of his banner and get some harassment off.
Light enemy force met.
And both forces kind of just a standoff right now. Jin moving up his scouts. He does have that scout strike to get the initial burst, as well as those flashbang grenades. So he's trying to catch out some units. Bottom lane, though, was kind of just give it up for free. Dank Force X getting the mid-contested point. Not even challenged. SFTO deciding to go mid and push forward. They do have the scouts scouting this time. Now, this is a much better push. You have the scouts scouting for your attack marine squad, so you can withdraw before you get in range of that fire on the move. Looks like they might go take a look at what's up top. Scouts move up to get onto the servitor. Gets the cancel off on the listening post and generator. Meanwhile, Doc's in, bringing it forward his tacks again. Looks like SFTO want to fight this. Flashbang going out. Nope, regular grenade. Flashbang misses. Another flashbang. Gets 2 squads. Another flashbang. Gets 2 squads again. They might be able to finish off one of the squads here. Another flashbang. Gets both the squads. 1 down. Focus fire. Can they get the second one? No. Oh, orcs rotating on them. Oh, the pincer. The rotation. Are they ready for this? They do have snipers in the back providing some support. Nice frag grenade on the Shootas. Nanox choosing to withdraw, but Jin goes in deep. Faith having an ASM squad up here harassing as well. But they're going to get trapped up here. There's a Bone Stinger to give vision on the scouts. Scan goes down from Dank's squad. They're going to be able to keep vision on these scouts. They're getting trapped in here. There is a sniper squad firing from below. Vindicare tried to rotate a Dire Avenger in, but the attack marine squads pushed it away. But these scouts getting trapped up by the orcs. And it looks like he's going to lose them. Yeah, the scouts just getting caught out. Meanwhile, Vindicare and Dodaka's is trying to push back the attack marines and snipers. There's a peel from a flashbang from the scout. Looks like a sacrificial scout. Nanok's going to turn. Sniper's still shooting at the Dire Avengers rotating. Scout Marine's been finished off, so the orcs are coming back around. But meanwhile, top lane, double kill team drop on a wall banner. We saw this last game. Gets the wall banner kill. Trying to finish off a boys squad as well. There is an ASM here as well. They're jumping forward very deep, trying to scout what's going on. Are they going to be able to get this second wall banner? Skirmish mid, they did get another building forward built so they can reinforce off it. So it seems like Dayforce X are going to withdraw. Try to deal with this top push. The orcs are getting back over here to deal with it. They did not get the second wall banner down. And SFTO withdrawing. Bruick took a look but decided to turn around. He's not walled up. Probably not an engage he wants to take without his wall damage bonus. Meanwhile, Jin scouts are rotating in from the other side. Can they get a cancel on this new banner? Meanwhile, bottom lane, Nanox assigned to rotate onto that expansion by Dayforce X. They do have a listening post on it. There's a Dire Avenger moving forward, gets a nice plasma grenade. No, the shield goes up just in time to block the plasma grenade. Meanwhile, they're trying to get down this wall banner, but they're all range fire. They can't get through the shield. No ASM on this side of the map. And it looks like Bruce's going to get a big wall up. Oh, and the kill team played by Dr. Zin catches out with a Vortex Flame onto the scouts. Takes out a ton of the scouts. They do get meleeed up by one of the squads, though. The wall about to go out. I think they need to turn and run. SFTO trying to get out of there, but one of their kill teams has been left behind and is down. While bottom lane, they did take out the expansion, so getting a little bit of map control back from SFTO. Brooks wad up orcs, looking like he wants to go forward a bit and get a little more damage done during the wall. Focusing that chapel or that Breakler Barracks.
We have lost a resource.
I think he's gonna get it. Wall's still going. The repair's going, but the wall damage is overriding that repair. And he gets it right before the wall fades. Is there gonna be a turnaround though? His Faith Miyokeshi has no CC. It looks like his Vortex being down for 3 more seconds. And the shooters are be able to get away. Mid lane, some heavy bolters are posted up. Kind of a stalemate in mid. They have managed to take control of this bottom point though, so some map control coming out of SFTO. They're going to leave a sniper squad in the heavy cover to secure it. There is a Reaper on the high ground though. This is nice positioning by Vindicare. Moves forward with his Dire Avengers to get some poke. Reapers though, getting some fire from the high ground. Looks like SFTO with back up. Oh wow, some really deep Scorpions. Trying to get on the snipers, getting a lot of damage. Oh wow, triple banner play. 2 from SFTO, 1 from Dodaka's in. Are they going to be able to push back this forward build? A lot of damage going out from the Flamer of the kill team. But it looks like they don't want to engage into this double banner and reinforced buildings. So Dayforce X looking like they'll withdraw. Scorpions coming to check out bottom. They find a sniper in the heavy cover. This is just lunch for the Scorpions. Oh gosh. Poor snipers. They're going to go down for sure. No way to get out of that. Meanwhile, SFTO pushing forward with a drop pod scout, try to catch out the withdrawing force of Dodaka's in, but he jukes the grenade. Nice frag on the kill team, though. The Reapers, though, on the high ground, just doing a lot of damage, putting in fire into that blob. Plasma grenade goes out, gets the full squad. And Dayforce X secure the bottom point again. So map control definitely going the way of Dayforce X. Next wall from Ruick. What's he going to do with it? He's going in on face build up top. Faith not having the forces needed to hold this back. He has a Laz and 3 tacks, no anti-infantry, and look at Brook with his massed infantry. He has, what, 4 shooters, 2 boys? Faith not having the proper units to respond to this kind of early infantry aggression. And there goes 1 tack marine squad. Banner gets played, but not in an ideal place. I think he just camp a squad on it. There's a drop pod Deathstorm with a Vortex. This could be a big turnaround. Kill team's here too. A second kill team is played. Oh, Bruick taking a lot of losses. Decent Vortex. They got the Storm Boys. Getting a bunch of squads. 2, 3. Fire on the move. Can he clean up the last remaining 2 squads? The Gretchen are coming into melee. It's a really nice turnaround. There is some aggression mid going on also. Nanox pushing forward a bit with his infantry. Oh, wow. Overcommittal by the kill team. No backup. Might get killed here on the retreat. Nope, gets away. Jin rotating his scouts to mid. Servitor scouting forward.
Light enemy contact.
Scouts, they're going to be able to get the opener in the CC. Nice scout strike. Flashbang goes out. Double grenade. But a kill team is played on the back line, and there's still that Reapers on the high ground putting fire. Oh, they weren't able to focus down these TAC Marine squads. Wait, another drop pod comes in. Scout trying to CC and knock back these units. Meanwhile, the kill team is getting focused down, but Vindicare is coming from the side with a flank maneuver. He's found the snipers. The Dire Avengers are on the snipers. Oh, Chaplain's been played by Dawkins in, pushing back Nanox's infantry, as well as the TAC Marine dropping in. ASM have moved on to the Dire Avengers, but there's Reaper squad back there hitting them. This is not good for the ASM. They're going to jump to the Reapers, but there's a second Reaper squad overwatching basically the... oh, wow, look at the plasma grenades from Vindicare. Excellent peel on the Reapers. This is not good for Jin's ASM and Scouts. Oh, and the squad up Scrap Blast just deletes the Marines. Bruit coming in with the teleport. Weird boy, just clean it up. A lot of pressure going out on the forward build now. I think they're going to finally be able to take out this forward build of SFTO. Meanwhile, top push from Faith plus a kill team from Nanox trying to push back the Orc here. Chaplain goes up to the triple point. Bruix Orcs rotating to defend his build. Looks like they'll get the listening post so they can be able to take down the generators. Oh, big fist. He does not able to dodge much of it. Wow, a lot of damage. It's not wad up, so not max damage it could do. Chaplain getting stick bombed. Stunned up by the scrapped up boys. Did not get the full surround. Vindicare coming in with the Dire Avengers. Probably going to try to get some plasma grenades out. Nope, just throw some fire in. Activates Rosarius, gets a plasma grenade on him. They might get the Chaplain here. Second plasma grenade. Chaplain down. Dank Force X just winning on all fronts. Jin did get out a land speeder to take control of this double point down bottom, their natural expansion. Got taken down, I guess, by the Scorpions. Push still going mid a bit, but the Death Storm kind of slowing him down. Blaz just sniping away at the Reapers, but they lost vision on him and decides to fall back. Mech Bay has came out for Faith. Jin's land speeder just going to look for some kind of opening, maybe a drop pod assault.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, he's gonna find nothing back here yet. The Doctor does have some TAC Marines. And they're gonna drop a Dreadnought onto the Webway assembly. Wow, that initial damage. Gone. Webway snipe. So that will give a little bit of a bonus to SFTO that the Webway assembly's down. It's got 800 rec, 200 power to rebuild. And Dreadnought goes for the stronghold out of the Dakazin, gets a lot of damage. Another drop pod kill team. The back door is real, but a Fist of Gork comes in. Land speeder down, Dreadnought going down. A lot of mass recalls going out. Oh, it's so close. Nope, they couldn't quite get it. What? 40 health remaining. 40 health remaining on the stronghold. That would have been huge if they had gotten to Dakazin's stronghold. Would have slowed down his tier 3 as he does not have it yet. Oh man, if they had gotten that, it could have been the turnaround they needed for this game. Meanwhile, the push mid's happening on the back of some Terminators from Nanox. They still have not dealt with this Reaper squad that's been posted up all game on the high ground, just securing this access point and hurting the mid push. Chaplain came forward, but he's getting pushed back under the fire of the Devastators and Terminators. Spectre's on the field. Tank Busters, a lot of AV coming out from Dank Squad. They did get the Webway that was forward teleported. Look at the bottom side of the map. Vindicare keeping up the harass with his Dire Avengers securing the natural expansion. And SFTO's map is just closing off. They're at a severe economic disadvantage. They have reestablished a little bit of control mid, building a new chapel up at the front. No listening post on their triple. Meanwhile, Faith pushing into Brooks Orcs after they got mass recalled. Did destroy the elite generator and the listening post, trying to go for the wreck generator as well.
A base structure is available to relocate.
Nice suicide bomber. Gets all of the tax on the left side. Fist going on the Laz. Almost takes it out. One shot there. And a Doc rotated in. Chaplain and Attack Marines. This is bad for Faith. He got rotated on. Weird Boy teleports forward aggressively. He's going to get a scrap blast. Yep. Not many models left to get a huge amount of damage off, but still helping finish off some of these squads. On the withdraw, 3 squads already dead. Looks like a 4th's going to go down. Chaplain pushing forward. Oh my gosh, if they lose this natural double expansion too, SFTO is going to be really choked. Meanwhile, it looks like there's a drop pod in the backline. No, Vindicare ran in some dire Avengers to get harassed on the triple. There was no LP. They destroyed 2 generators. Value harassment coming out from Vindicare. SFTO faced Devastator's trying to hold back this push, but he's losing his base. Oh, if he loses his mech bay, that's costly. And he's going to lose it. That's the disadvantage building your mech base so forward. Generally, most players will tend to build their mech base in their deep structure near their strongholds, because losing that is quite a blow. But Nanox, wow, with a high ground wrap rotation, wiping out the orcs on the retreat. Very nice positioning by him. Takes out at least 2 or 3 squads. Almost got the Storm Boys. Going to take out the gate so he can move in, I guess, on the bottom point. Bruick already trying to rebuild it. He's getting the generator up, and Vindicare building the listening post. Gate has been dropped. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Jin's trying to push out with a few squads to reestablish control of their double point. The Dire Avengers are there, though. And, wow, the Devastator really putting out a lot of damage on it, though. Lost 1 squad. 2 made it out. Jeez, just barely, though. He's going to teleport out his warrior portal. Looks like Jin's going to take control back of this double point. Meanwhile, Nanox still on the high ground, firing into Doc Zin's withdrawing force. He got the Chaplain. He's going to get the tax too. Has a ton of heavy bolter fire. Gets 2 of the retreating tactical marine squads, and he's still going. Faith's Chaplain chasing. Faith bringing up his squads as well. Maybe they'll get a push off this. If they could take out the orc build, that would be huge. There's a lot of resources invested in all these structures. He's meeting Brooks' Orcs infantry army. Weird Boy's out. Gets the fist on the blob. Is it going to land? Oh, he misses it. Meanwhile, a lot of fire going out from the Space Marine blob. Is there going to be any AoE fire? Kyre gets played. The fun stops here, guys. The wind's going out on the Devastators. Kyre, a natural counter to Devastators with his winds, AoE damage, and slow on already slow units. He gets a little bit of a grab, bringing him back into the orcs. Oh, really nice with the knockback. The orcs doing a lot of fire to the grab. Kyre doing a knockback. Wow, excellent Kyre player coming out from Vindicare. Just really turning this fight around. Another winds goes out on the retreating forces. This is great Kyre play. You don't get to see him too much these days since the nerf. Drop pods from the Doc is in. Last cannon support. Trying to deal with the Devastator drop by Nanox. Kyre's shield's down, but there isn't enough troops here to finish him off. The Devastator just gonna, the Dreadnought's gonna be just taken down. And the retreating force, most of it has been lost. The Terminators are making it out with a couple of the Devastators, but a suicide bomber, perfect by Bruick, hits everything. What a suicide bomber. Trying to finish off the withdrawing force. Teleport out by the Terminators, getting a little bit of fire on to help screen, but oh my gosh, all those Devastators down. A lot of elite play coming out of SFTO to try to push back this push. Gabriel's out. Oh, he has the new release skin that was released in the last update. Looks really good in face color scheme. Take a look at Gabriel doing some damage here with the Chaplain. Going in. Stunning. Wow, love that skin. Love it. So SFTO playing all these elites, trying to push back its top lane. Jin, meanwhile, has a nice push going on with some Devastators and Terminators. He's gotten deep. He's retaken the mid-contested point, but he's encountered Kyre with some Spectres. Kyre, just the natural counter to Devastators in a hero, just wipes it out, along with some Whirlwind support from the Dock is in. Meanwhile, SFTO trying to push out top lane as well. Gabriel leading the charge. Look at that infantry, though, coming out of Brook. It's going to be hard to take that down. They don't have any AoE. They have one heavy bolter. Oh, Gabriel getting in there, getting his CC off, though. Brook a little slow to respond to get his troops back. Meanwhile, drop-potted Scout comes in, trying to catch some more retreating forces. He has not thrown a flashbang, though, yet. Plasmas came out from Faith. But big tracks are firing in. Where is the big track? Oh, it's really forward. They might be able to catch out this big track. Ruick leaving his big track forward. The heroes are getting on it. Meanwhile, the Whirlwinds from the Dock is in, just doing tons of damage to that infantry blob. The big track makes it back. Big Force X pushing back the big death ball of SFTO. They push back the bottom push as well, and it looks like Vindicator's going in pretty deep with his force. Kyre just beating back everything. What a hero. Nice to see some good Kyre play. You don't see it too often these days.
Battle has escalated to phase 3.
Orcs going in again. They're wad up.
Gate is ready to serve us.
SFTO is just losing so many troops, they don't have the resources. Oh, wow, they've got a surround on Kyre. Is he going to finally go down? This guy has turned around 2 pushes so far from SFTO, and he finally goes down. Could this be the opening for SFTO push out again? They do have a lot of Devastators assembled here. Meanwhile, Brook's infantry probing the top.
Complete.
Dock is in coming forward with some Tax and Whirlwinds. Maybe going to take control of that triple point. Oh man, SFTO, you need to defend that.
The webway gate is ready to serve us.
Here comes the response. Wow, a very aggressive teleport by the Terminators. Drop pod kill team trying to catch out these Tax. Whirlwind's firing. Oh, pretty nice blast. Actually, not that good. It did screen him back a little bit, but missed the mark. He's just trying to predict where they'd move, but those Devastators moving so slowly, the Dock is in missed it. SFTO does defend their triple, which is nice. They still have their double down bottom, but their double top has been taken. And a very aggressive wall banner coming out from Ruick. He's walling up. Scorpion's going into scout for Ruick. But they attack and break their stealth. Oh my gosh, look at all that infantry with the big track support. Oh, he missed the tank busters in the walk. Come on, Ruick. Alright, they're coming in for structural damage. They got a mech bay and a stronghold at the front. These are ideal targets. Probably the 2 best structures to take out.
Southwest of your position.
Push is coming in. They get the mech bay. They're going to get stronghold. Meanwhile, Spectre harass from Vindicator on the bottom lane, and Scorpions on the generators. No listening post. A lot of orcs coming in deep. Just a Gork on the other mech bay. That's 2 mech bays down. An orbital comes out to try to zone and push back the orcs. They're going to withdraw for this, it looks like. Oh, he's getting it. He's getting it. He's getting it. The jackpot. Oh, but there's some Scorpions posted up on it. It was not able to finish off the squads. Have been pushed back for the moment, though, but he's still in here with the shooters and tank busters getting structural damage. The Scorpion's finally being removed off the orbital, but I think it's too late. Yep. Meanwhile, SFTO, what? All-in deathball push on the base. Is it a base trade? Double Terminators, a lot of Devastators, plasma attacks, kill teams. It's a base trade. Ruick working on finishing SFTO's base. SFTO pushing in with the triple Marines, deathball. They're all in for the base trade. Typhoon launch goes out. Not fully charged, though, unfortunately. Vindicator came back to respond to this push. Ruick still going on top. Whirlwind response. Who's going to win this base trade? Thing is, even if the base trade happens, Dank Force X having both the side lanes are going to be in a better position to rebuild. Nice suicide bomber going out. Ruick still beating away at the buildings up here. Jin's trying to defend it with a few Devastators and a Land Speeder. Deathball still pushing forward. Hasn't ran out of steam yet. They're both on track to take out the bases. I don't think either are going to be able to be beaten back yet. But Dank Force X is in a much better position to rebuild. A lot of their structures already teleported out and being built on the sides. It looks like SFTO is going to move to the mid and try to rebuild some structures. The death ball keeps going. They are going to rebuild a little bit back in this base. They're moving to the side lane. Ruick finishing off the base on the back line, though. I wonder if the Marines should consider mass recalling back. Oh, it's only Jin, though, and Jin's force is the one that's back there. Unfortunate. Does have Wraith Blades in the grass. He's going to be able to beat back this Death Ball. They're really clumped up. Is there some AoE? Yeah, here comes a Whirlwind. They spread out, though. Death Ball going to be pushing down the side lane. There's a Terminator up in the heavy cover. Kill team left on the back line. Still a couple structures remaining for SFTO.
We have finished our task.
Wow, Death Ball still hasn't ran out of steam. Still going. Just destroying everything in their wake. Pushing forward. There is a new webway assembly here they found. Oh, Beauty and Morkanaut is out. This could be enough to maybe stop this Death Ball. The mass pushing forward. Will Beauty be able to turn around? He's wad up. Or she, rather. Oh, nice initial nuke. Does have the heroes on it. Probably trying to get the stuns out. Scorpions are coming to peel. Kyre's back out. Kyre loves a big death ball. If he can get a good Eldritch Winds and pull it back to Beauty, it could be a nice combo between the players. Eldritch Winds goes out. Oh, he's got a good one. Is he going to grab it? He gets the grab. How's the knockback going to go? Less than ideal. Would have been better if the Devastators got knocked back towards Beauty, but can't really control that. Oh, I missed the reflected rocket fist. Deathball slowing down, but it's not dead yet. But Bruick's Orcs have came to join the fight. The big tracks in the infantry. Will this be enough to stop the push? Eldritch Winds going out. Nice wall from the Librarian.
You can relocate a base.
And SFTO thinking they got to withdraw. Meanwhile, Vindicare sending Wraithblades to deal with the structures that have been built by SFTO. SFTO just on a full withdraw. They're on their last structure. Their last structure here, a chapel, a lone chapel. And Beauty pushing up with the Orc Horde. Oh gosh. Can the Space Marines hold their last building? I don't think so. This army looking quite strong. Oh, Rocket Fist on the last devs. Orbital coming out, and the building goes down. And that is going to finish the series, guys. 3-1. Dank Force X coming back after the first game loss and just sweeping the rest of the series. Their early aggression, establishing early map control, holding it, and keeping the pressure on. SFTO just weren't able to answer it. They had a couple good pushes, but most of them transitioned in each game into an overextension and a rotation. So, excellent series. What I expected from the finals of this tournament. I expect these two teams to make it to the finals. I expected to go 4 or 5 games. So, excellent finals. A lot of all-star players in the game. Vindicare, Jin, 2 of the most prominent streamers in the community. Doc is in, a top 10 Space Marine. Faith and Nanox over on SFTO. They're both streamers for 3v3 and top-ranked players in 3v3. And then Bruick, of course, considered by many to be the best orc in the game. Really showing some strength. Yeah, great play out of both teams. And I think Dank Force X just responded. They saw the game plan of SFTO in the first game, and they adjusted their play style to a lot of early aggression, map control, and really swept the next 3 games, never really losing control of that map. So excellent games, and well, Jason, what do you think about it?
Wow, Fear. What a wonderful series, and I had so much fun watching this particular finals, and I do a lot of different tournaments. You know, if you know me, you know that I'm constantly doing tournaments all the time, and this particular finals really stands out. I had a great time watching. By the way, excellent job broadcasting, my friend. You are excellent, man. It was just a wonderful series, a joy to watch, for sure.
Thanks a lot, Jason. You have another giveaway you want to do, right?
Well, we're actually gonna do 2 giveaways. But before I get into that, just first off, I want to say thanks to Relic Entertainment. Thank you, Kat, for being a wonderful community organizer and hooking us up. She's the one who came up with all of these goodies and giveaways. And I can tell you one thing, guys. Dawn of War 3 is going to have full support for many, many years to come. So feel comfortable in that. And why don't we get into the first giveaway that we're going to do? We're going to do 2 of them. Let's do one right now, okay? The hashtag, the keyword will be hashtag relic. All right? You guys can start typing that into chat right now. And I'll let it run for a few minutes, and we'll choose a winner. So I got to tell you, action-packed games. Big shout out to both teams. I mean, they really duked it out. I want to thank them for participating. As far as the first, second, and third place, I believe I have all of you on Steam, but if not, please add me. I will submit the teams on Monday for the prizes, as well as get the winners of the raffles listed and submitted as well early this week coming. So big shout out to those people. Fear, amazing broadcast. I want to thank the people watching. Thank you so much for joining us. And okay, I'm going to choose somebody right now at random. Give me about 5 seconds, and I'm going to do that. Okay, the winner is Kaki Kakex. I can't even pronounce that. I'm not going to try to. But they are the winner of the first raffle. Your instructions are to add me on Twitch and then send me a link to your Steam profile, and then also add me on Steam. And I will contact you on Monday, and you'll get your code during the week. So congratulations, Mr. Kaki Kakex, whatever that is, and good stuff. So, what are your final thoughts, man? After broadcasting this amazing tournament, this amazing finals, what are your final thoughts, Veer?
It was interesting. It's the first Annihilation tournament that I've been able to see, so a little bit of different strategies. We saw in the first game the triple kill team drop to kill a stronghold in the first 4 minutes of the game, so that was kind of exciting. You don't get to see that in the Power Core mode. So viewers who are interested in Annihilation tactics get to see some of the top players coming up with some strats for this particular game mode. So I thought that was really nice from the tournament. I know there are a lot of players that play Annihilation. I'm sure some of them were looking to the top players to see, hey, what do they come up with specifically for Annihilation mode. And some of the earlier series had some interesting tactics too, with some cool little pushes from the semifinals. But this particular series was just action-packed. Map control seemed to be the name of the game. Dank Force X in the last 3 games just establishing huge map control and just causing it to win. So that seems to be an ideal tactic in this Annihilation mode.
You know what? I had a great time watching it. We're definitely going to be coming back to do this again. I'm thinking for maybe the first 2 weekends of October. Myself and Fear are going to come back. Most likely it's going to be on Fear's channel. And He's going to do the play-by-play. I'm going to work battle fee and work in the background, making sure everything runs smoothly. I plan on doing tournaments for DAO 3 on a long term. I've been around for a very long time. I've been a forum moderator for, I don't even know, 6 or 7 years. So I plan on sticking around for the long term, and I believe Fear is as well. And we're going to be able to put some really great tournaments together. And I hope you guys are going to join us down the road and keep us in mind. This will be the final giveaway. It's a follower giveaway, so you have to be a follower of myself and Fear's channel if you'd like to participate. And the keyword will be #Sega. So while we're waiting for people to type into chat, we're probably going to go with the traditional mode in auto match. What do you think about that, Fear?
Yeah, a Power Core tournament next would be good. I think the majority of the competitive players are used to Power Core mode, and you'll see the highest gameplay from it. But it was definitely nice having an Annihilation tournament for those Annihilation players to see as well.
Well, you know what? There hasn't really been too many what I would call official tournaments that are known on, Relics forums and such. And yeah, I look forward to doing that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to do. It'll be nice to see the different style of gameplay, and we'll adjust the rules accordingly as well. So you could expect us back in October for sure. Okay, we're going to close out the raffle in about another 30 seconds. So again, if you'd like to participate, you just have to be a follower of my channel or Fears or both, and you can participate. All you need to do is type into the chat #Sega, and that's oh, I just saw in chat. My name is Duke Jason. That's me. We had a person just ask who was talking. So I'm going to close out the last raffle, okay? And in about 5 seconds, I am going to pronounce the winner. Give me 1 sec. Okay, the winner, gentleman, or could be a lady, Mug Green, the Mug Green. You are the winner of the copy of DAO 3. Again, add me on Twitch as a friend, then send me a link to your Steam profile, then add me on Steam. And you'll get your key later on during the week. I'll contact you guys probably on Monday. I'm going to close this out. Fear, you're an amazing broadcaster, and it's a pleasure to work with you. And I look forward to many, many, many tournaments with you. Relic, once again, I really want to thank you from myself and the community. Thanks for hooking us up. And thanks for doing a great job. Folks, they're doing the best they can. And I know for a fact there's a lot more to come. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, players. Thank you, audience. And we'll call it. See you on the flip side. See you in October. Bye-bye.